have a power. Learn every night and make new best friends. And the only problem is...
Hello. It is Nope, it is not Thursday. It is not 8 p.m. It's Friday, and it is 7 p.m. But you didn't think we were going to go the whole week without talking about the Royal Rumble at all, did you? No.
You really? Yo, come on. It's Royal Rumble season, baby.
Oh, yeah. It's Royal Rumble season.
It's 8 p.m. on a Thursday somewhere.
My favorite event
it's 11
of the year.
a.m. on a Saturday somewhere.
There you go. As you can see, we have a couple friends with us this evening, and we're going to talk some Royal Rumble, a little surprise run-in. We didn't promote it, so there's probably none of you here. I don't know how many people will get popping in here, but this has been fun before in the past, doing these surprise run-ins and just kind of shooting the shit here. So, but because of our episode last night that we had with guest Billy Starks, who was wonderful. That was a great episode. Go check that out from last night. Because we had her on, we obviously didn't talk a lot about the Royal Rumble. And we have our friend Big Ben is here. Says, you beautiful bearded hog slingers. Thank you, my friend. Always good to hear you. Oh, we got people funneling in now. We got HCW Sports. Always good to see you. Astrid is here. The Natural. She has a show not debuting, but coming back tomorrow. Astrid Asks. Be on the Love Wrestling channel. On the lookout for that. Yeah, so we figured we would get some friends on and talk about the Royal Rumble because we didn't really talk much about it last night. So as you can see, and I will introduce them now, Carl, how we doing, my friend?
I am doing absolutely fantastic. It is freaking cold, but I'm doing well. That Northern Ontario, Canada weather really takes a toll on you sometimes, but I'm in a nice warm room. I'm here in the studio, and it's all good.
Oh, yeah. I am feeling that. As I was telling you boys before we hopped on the show, the New England area, especially where I live, we are slated to get like 2 feet plus of snow tomorrow. So that's the biggest storm we've had in a bit. So everyone around here is, panicking and losing their mind and going to buy bread and milk and doing all the damn things you do. Hey, Dan, thank you for popping in the chat, man. We appreciate you. And then as you can see below me, we have my good friend, the Franchise. It is 11 a.m. on a Saturday where he's from because he's in the future. Yes. How we doing, Matt? How are you?
So how was the Royal Rumble, Matt? Oh, not that far.
I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm not that far ahead. Jesus. Yeah, I'm surprisingly doing okay for someone who tested positive to COVID 2 days ago, I guess. I sound shit, but I feel pretty good, to be honest. The runny nose has stopped. I got the throat, but otherwise I'm good. I'm here to talk some more Rumble, and I'm actually looking forward to this show. I don't watch a whole ton of weekly WWE television, but it's a good card, man.
It is a good card.
Excuse me. People are saying it looks like an episode of Raw. I don't know what they're looking at.
No, I don't either. This is a big time card to me, and we're going to dive into it just in a second. We want to say hi to our friend Reese hopping in the chat, and we do have, it is double beards tonight. It is 4 lovely, beautiful bearded men here to talk some wrestling.
We got friends, Facial haired friends are always welcome. Non-facial haired friends are welcome too. We don't always. I don't welcome anybody that doesn't have. No.
All right, let's dive into this thing. We'll start with the non-Rumble matches, and then I have a little game. If you watch the J&J Power Hour this week, the show that I do with Josh Robinson on his channel, we did the Royal Rumble pool at the end, so I'm going to do it with the 4 of us. And if in the chat you want to pay attention, you can send your answers to at B2Beards on the Twitter machine. I'll try to tally everything and see if we can just have some friendly competition about both of the Rumble matches. Yeah. But let's dive in.
We'll come up with something for the social media.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll have some fun.
It's all about fun.
I know it's technically the day after, right, Matt? Technically where you are now, but Matt did celebrate a birthday yesterday, but today here, yes. So happy belated.
For you guys, it's my
birthday. You guys, it's today.
It's the day after.
So happy U.S. birthday, Matt. Happy belated birthday, Matt.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
That's a bummer that you had COVID on your birthday, but I'm glad you're feeling better and you could at least join us and have some fun tonight. So
I had a good sleep. That was the main.
That's good. Sometimes you need it.
I slept like 12 hours.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll dive in here. So we'll start with the mixed tag match that we have at the Royal Rumble. We have Edge and his lovely wife WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix, Edge WWE Hall of Famer as well, going up against The Miz and his beautiful wife, Maurice. I was hoping, when they started this Miz and Edge program, and with Beth Phoenix kind of leaving the NXT booth, I was hoping we would eventually get this match. I was like, oh, that'd be cool because Maurice had been around since the Miz has come back, and I was like, this is pretty good. This is pretty good. Like, I hope this is where they go, and we are getting it. It's the only non-Rumble match that's not a title match on the card, but it is a big marquee match to me. I love mixed tag matches. These are 4 big-time characters. I mean, Miz is going to be a Hall of Famer. You can make the argument for Maurice. Edge and Beth are. Matt, franchise, I'll start with you. How are you feeling about this mixed tag match, and who do you think is going to come out victorious here tomorrow night?
I like it. It's a good change of pace for the seriousness that Edge has been involved in since he's been back from the start. This time last year, he was gearing up to start the Rumble at number 1 or 2, and we know what happened there. But yeah, this is just a good change of pace. The Edge Miz match was respectably good at day 1, I thought. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad by any stretch.
It was solid. It was solid.
Yeah, and I like that they're delving into the fact that we all know Maurice can wrestle, but I like that they're delving into the fact that she's legitimately scared of Beth Phoenix because as beautiful as Beth Phoenix is, she's equally intimidating. And I like that they've delved right into that. I have no doubt that Edge, I talk about Maurice all day long, Josh. She's a beautiful human being. I have no doubt Edge and Beth will win, but I just hope it's not a squash in the sense that Cena and Nikki Bella was at WrestleMania against Miz and Maurice. I just hope they don't go that route. I hope they make it a little bit more competitive this time around.
Her brick, aka the Miz, weighing her down because Maurice is phenomenal.
One of the greatest entrance.
I do like how they subtly use the euphemism of the brick with Maurice using the brick in the handbag too. I thought that was a nice little subtle touch.
100%. Pluggo, I'll slide it over to you. Who do you think's taking this mixed tag match?
Man, I think it's gonna be Beth Phoenix and Edge, only because I don't think that you're gonna have the Miz roll up Edge and extend this thing, because I think it's not needed. But like I said, it's a good match, marquee, huge matchup. Everybody's excited for it. I'm excited for it. The Miz is fun. Maurice with the Miz is even better. I think that she should never leave his side.
She makes his character completely. When he is without her, it is not the same. It is not the same at all.
This Beth Phoenix and Edge is my favorite thing right now. They are so much fun. You can tell they are both just we've wanted to do this for years. We're so excited. And when Beth Phoenix left NXT to spend more time with her family, I had a feeling this is what she meant. She wants to spend time with Edge, kicking ass. I think they get the big win because I think Edge needs to be freed up, and Beth Phoenix, in that matter, for bigger things at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And Carl, I will slide to you last. Anything to add? And who do you think is going to come out victorious? Are you in agreement with the rest of us that it will be Edge and Beth, or you thinking otherwise here?
No, I think it's going to be Edge and Beth. Definitely, I do. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this not the first time that we've really seen an on-screen pairing of Edge and Beth, letting them actually go through and do something together like this? I absolutely love it, and I want it to continue. So even if we do, for some reason, get the Miz and Maurice going over and this continuing on a little further, I think I'm going to be A-okay with it. And yes, Maurice.
Don't put that in the ether, Josh, because
last time we put a legacy of in the ether, it was of the doll. It was Alexa, and he made one.
And then he gets mad at us every time we tag him in it. It's still my favorite thing we've ever done on this show. We got the legacy of Lily.
We just threw it in the ether and it was made. Before the show ended, he had made it and put it out. I was like, this is incredible.
But when you're as good as he is, it happens.
Yeah, exactly. it's cool when, usually the Rumble, there's not a ton of matches that aren't the Rumbles, right? There's 3-4 matches if you're lucky. And this is like, I wouldn't be shocked if it opened the show. It's a cool, fun match. It'll be fun. It'll be, entertaining.
It probably will because they'll need to get into the Rumble, especially on the women's side. They'll need those
100%.
spots filled.
Yeah, and I do agree with Dan here. I think this is where they will go towards Mania. I think Edge and AJ Styles makes sense. They both need something to do. It's a big-time marquee match, a match that some would probably say is a dream match of sorts. That makes sense to me that both of them would head that way since they don't really have anything going on since AJ had broken from Omos and Edge after this. I'm assuming this will be the end of the program with The Miz. I think that would be a good direction to go.
And I know a lot of the fan base is saying, "Oh, this is just a rehash of Nikki and Cena, and rehash of Bryan and Brie Bella." But I mean, who cares if it's good? Who cares if it's a rehash, right? Remakes sometimes are better than the original, and I think what they're doing with the subtle nuances, with Maurice really taking an aggressive side to her, and then like I said, it's like Edge and Beth look like they're having the time of their lives. So who cares if it's a rehash? I can't wait to see it. I'm excited.
Absolutely.
Let's go, baby.
I like Sonic's idea here.
Well, I was going to say, that's why I wanted to leave it on the screen there. Sonic, Supersonic, 1991. Thanks for hopping in. He says, Edge versus Kevin Owens at WrestleMania 38. That would be a fun one.
KO.
A heel KO, yeah. But we'll see, because there are some rumors, and we'll get into it, but there are some rumors about a certain title match that maybe would lean to Kevin Owens potentially winning the men's Royal Rumble match, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So the next match we will talk about is the Raw Women's Championship match. We have Big Time Bex, the Raw Women's Champion, going up against Doudrop. I think they've made Doudrop look good lately in this. Like, she has looked like she's gotten the best of Becky Lynch the last 3-4 weeks, which is good. But in the long run, for me, the problem that WWE has, especially with the women's division, but they across the board really, is they kind of do this stop and like just plug and play type thing. Like, what is Doudrop, besides when they made the decision that Doudrop was going to be the one that was facing Becky at the Rumble? Why wasn't Doudrop destroying people for the last 2 months leading up to this? Like, why wasn't she just having matches with mid-card female talent and winning those matches repeatedly for a month, 2 months, 6 weeks, whatever it is? So now you're like, oh, okay. Like, yes, I agree that they have made her look really good here. But what's going to happen is Becky Lynch is going to win. And then next month, they're just going to plug somebody else in there. And it's going to be a month of this and that. WWE has a problem in general, but I think especially with the women's division that Doudrop could have easily had a 5-minute match every week on Raw for the 2 months prior to this feud and just beating people that, you could beat people that it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? And then when she gets in this role, you're like, oh, well, she's won 14 out of her last 15 matches, or she's won 8 matches in a row. And then that builds intrigue of maybe she has a chance here, where I think, at least in my view, she doesn't. Like, this is the match that I know is going to end. Like, I'm like, this is the most predictable match on the card for me.
It's a layup.
Yeah. Carl, I'll let you start with this one. What are you thinking about the build so far? Because I think the build has actually been decent. There could have been a longer term thing here that could have made it even better, in my opinion. But what do you think about the build so far between Doudrop and Becky Lynch? And who do you think is going to come out on top tomorrow night at the Rumble?
You were absolutely correct in everything that you said, especially with how this build-up went. Yes, they should have had Doudrop doing a hell of a lot more. Make her look like a monster. Who did you just lose? It was okay to lose this person, but you just lost your big woman, Nia Snax. Why not make Piper Niven or Doudrop your new big woman, your new Amazonian woman, to go in there and just decimate everything? That would have been a great idea. Unfortunately, like you said, the WWE just simply continues to take these 2 or 3 stars and continues to just throw people at them and go, okay, yeah, try to make some shit work. And while it does to a point, it really doesn't in the end. And I think that in either situation, whether it's a Raw or a SmackDown Women's Championship, we're not going to see any of this actually change. No changing of the championships until maybe like an Alexa Bliss actually comes back.
Or
Until
an Asuka
then,
or something,
or an Asuka, right?
Yeah.
Until then, we're just going to keep getting stuff thrown at us to appease the crowd.
Yeah, and you saw it the month before. Like, I know I'm one of them. I think some of you guys are. Like, I'm a big fan of Liv Morgan. I like Liv Morgan a lot. I've been saying that Liv Morgan, and I know if Josh is still in the chat, he's a big Liv Morgan guy too. Like, I've been saying she should have had a chance and a run for a long time, and they did the same thing. You could have been building her up and building her up and building her up, and then they were just like, nope, it's your turn. Go out there. And then she loses, and now it's Dewdrop's turn. And after Dewdrop, it'll be blah, blah, blah. And then it'll be this. And then it's never any – I don't know. It's just frustrating because they do it across the board, like I said, but it just really is glaring to me with the women's division because I feel like this is what they've been doing since Becky took the belt from Bianca, and that was its own story. But she took the belt that she did it.
Play out, by the way.
Well, we'll get to it.
Play out.
Well, there's some things to talk about, but it's just frustrating. And Matt, I'll let you go next. About the Becky Lynch Dewdrop thing. I expect them to have a really good match. Like Dewdrop is Piper Niven is amazing. And Becky Lynch is obviously amazing. Like I'm expecting. Oh yeah, she's your least favorite, isn't she? Of the 4 horsewomen.
Of the 4 horsemen, she is the worst by a stretch.
Whoa!
I knew that was coming. I knew that.
I knew that too. I forgot. Get him off the show.
If you can guess who number 1 is, you've done well.
For you?
Yeah.
Charlotte.
Incorrect.
Oh, my number 1 is Bayley.
Sasha
I'm
Banks.
a Bayley guy. I'm a Bayley guy.
It's
So,
Bayley.
Bayley, I love
Bayley's one
Bayley.
for me. Yeah, Bayley's my top. Bayley's my top. And I would, we'll talk about it. But what do you think about the Becky Lynch Dewdrop thing? And are you in pretty agreement that Becky's gonna take this rather easily?
Yeah, everything Becky does between now and Mania, it's pretty irrelevant to a point because she's probably not losing the title unless they bring back someone who I think is going to win the Rumble. And they go the non-title route there, then they may cost her the title. But yeah, you odds are she ain't losing until Mania at least. So, poor Dewdrop's in a spot where over the years, they've done numerous types of matches like this on the men's side. Years ago, we had Edge versus Dolph Ziggler and stuff like that, where you knew Dolph wasn't going to win, but if the match was good, you didn't care. Lesnar versus Bella, you knew Bella wasn't going to win, you didn't care. So on and so forth. Those don't get talked about. We shouldn't talk about this in the same way. Just because we know who's going to win doesn't take away the quality of match and the quality of opponent that Dewdrop is. This match will be good. I hope they get time to work because they deserve the time to work. As much as I am not a fan of Becky Lynch, doesn't mean that she's not very good at what she does. She clearly is. Becky will win. She'll go on to Mania and wrestle someone who I'll mention later.
Yeah. And Mighty Joe hopping in the chat saying, how do you handsome bastards? Always good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for hopping in. And we have Darren Amazing, our friend again, saying, hey, beard guys. Hello. Thanks for popping in. We're talking some Royal Rumble tonight. So, we figured we'd hop in and give you a little bit extra of the beards this week. And we had 2 of our other bearded friends join us. So, Pluggo, I'll let you round this one out. Tell us what you're feeling or what you're thinking about Becky Lynch and Dewdrop, and then we'll start talking about some heavyweight title matches.
I saw that comment that our buddy Carlito Swags made about my brain fart yesterday.
You look like you're from 1980 right now. You're all blurry.
Oh, dude, what's going on?
You look like you're standard deaf from the early 90s.
I look great on my end.
No 1080p here.
Yeah, there ain't no 1080p coming out of your setup here. No,
Becky, you
look
can
fine.
hear me just fine.
Yeah, no, you look
that's
fine.
weird.
You go.
Anyway, so yeah, I love Dewdrop. I love Piper Nevin. But she's gonna get smashed by Becky. This reminds me of that meme where the Grim Reaper is going door to door, and it's like Bianca Belair done, Liv Morgan done, Dewdrop done. Like you said, we're not building anybody outside of that 4 to 5 women, depending on the combination that's available. Yeah, like I said, Asuka and Alexa Bliss, you can throw into that mix whenever you want. I think ultimately, if the rumors are true that Ronda Rousey's showing up tomorrow, that might impact this match. So maybe they save Dewdrop from just looking weak, and Ronda comes out and gets involved. But Becky's win again. It's Becky's winning, and they've done nothing to show us that Dewdrop is a credible opponent. Like if you like fired off 8 straight wins, whether they were squashes or not, at least we could say, you know what, she's been winning. She looks strong. She could get this done. But instead, they're like, yeah, we'll just go ahead and lose for 3 months, and then we're going to put you in the title match. So my girl ain't losing tomorrow. Becky Lynch ain't losing tomorrow.
Yeah, I would agree with that. We are in full agreement that Becky Lynch will be leaving the Royal Rumble. Still, the Raw.
In other
Women's
news,
Champion.
can we get rid of the big time Becks and just go back to
Yes,
the last
please.
kicker or something? Big time Beck sucks.
And the worst part about it is it probably wouldn't have sucked as bad if she went from like last kicker to big time Becks, but she went from last kicker to the man, which was the most over thing from the last like 5
Which
years.
also sucked.
Hey, hey, my face is on this program. I'll kick you out. I got stroke. I got wrestlers in my Rolodex, bro. Don't make me come after you.
I do like the jacket
Alex
with the goats
King.
on it though. They're cool. The jacket with the goats is cool. I'll give her that.
Oh, we got Supersonic saying, for the aftermath, have Asuka come out and attack Becky Lynch. I would be okay with Asuka coming back in any form. I would like Asuka to be in the Rumble. Let her be in the Rumble if she's coming back, and you know.
I hope that we'll talk about it, but I hope
we're gonna talk about the Rumbles.
Empty the clip on all the returns we want. Just do it. You got 10 spots left.
Yeah. All right. So talking about dream matches on the Raw side of things for the Raw heavyweight title, we have a match that people and a lot of wrestling fans have been talking about that they've wanted to see for a long, long time. And we are finally getting it. And it is on a big time pay-per-view. I am really excited for this match. We have Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley. Pluggo, I will let you start this one. How do you feel about finally getting the Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley match? How do you feel like the build has been so far? And who do you think is leaving the Royal Rumble the WWE champion?
Is this the best like all around Brock we've
Oh my god, I love it.
Comedically and like intimidating. He's just hitting all cylinders.
It's close. I am
It's
all in on this Brock Lesnar. I love it. It is so
2002 Brock and Kurt interactions and stuff. 2003 they were good, but
Yeah.
this is close.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited because this is one of those matches that we've wanted for years and they've just never made it happen. And then they gave us a taste of it at day one and we got all excited. Then they went ahead and they announced it. I don't think that this is where they were going to go with this Royal Rumble. I think the Roman Reigns COVID out kind of changed the storylines, but that's awesome because now I get to see Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar finally square off in a WWE ring. Ultimately, I can see I think Lesnar's winning. But I think whoever I don't know if I want to go as far as say Lashley's winning the Rumble, but I think whoever loses is going to enter that Rumble match and get in there. Or do you headline Brock? I know you don't headline. You headline the Rumble, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
You're not.
It all depends. See, and we'll get to it when we talk about the Rumble. But it all depends on. There's a rumor we've mentioned it a couple times already, but like if Ronda Rousey's coming back,
that main event.
I think so. I think you got.
But if that main event does it become obvious?
There's multiple ways, and I feel like.
But how many times have they done an obvious thing and then they didn't give it to us?
Well, yeah,
it's true. It's true. We have Dan. He says, I think Lashley wins and Roman wins his match, and we're back on track for Brock and Roman at WrestleMania.
Boom.
Does
Yeah.
if Lashley wins, and I want to put it to our guests
Well, a lot
here,
of, yeah.
if
and we'll talk about
Lashley wins, would he, whether you believe he's winning or not, if he did win, does he win clean?
Yes.
No.
You don't
Over
think so?
Brock Lesnar.
No.
So you think MVP would get involved or something like distraction?
The
or,
Usos or someone are coming out for sure.
oh yeah. So you do the Roman thing. So that's where you know you're going. That makes sense. That's a good call out.
But I'm the opposite.
So you think Lesnar wins this one?
Yep.
Yeah, I do as well. Carl,
Yeah.
I'll let you talk about it a lot, but you think Lesnar's also going over?
100% he is. I mean, they've done way too much with Lesnar right now. This comeback that he's had once again. We're getting a happy Brock Lesnar, and
Yeah, he looks like he's having the time of his
absolutely
life.
love it.
Yeah,
Well, exactly right.
it looks like
And
he's
I
just
mean,
like, F it. I'm Brock Lesnar. I'm just going out there. I'm going to be me, and these people are going to like me. So whatever. Cool.
exactly.
Like, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've always been a Lesnar guy. Like I've liked all phases of Lesnar.
Me
But
too.
like you could have done this a long time ago. Like just let him go be himself because he probably what we're seeing now is probably Pluggo's gone. Dead. Oh, there he is. He's back. He popped back like a magic trick.
It's all the lights.
Get it together.
flickering.
Get it together. I thought you were a professional.
I thought
we kind of had a
Who did
little
you
bit of
hire?
that. We kind of had a little bit of that happy-go-lucky Lesnar a little
Yeah,
while ago with the
a
Money in
little
the Bank
bit.
briefcase, right?
Yes. Yeah, when he was
you
doing
know.
the boom box and that.
Right,
Like I feel like
right.
that, obviously it's over the top. I told you. He was gonna do it. I told you. That's what he does. But
we're gonna need to start getting a percentage of those videos. That
yeah.
we're gonna need something. No, that's awesome.
When he
I
shows
can't
his over the top personality like that, when he says, like, there's been a couple one liners that he said, like, hey Paul, say something stupid, or like he shows like a little bit of personality, and you're like, I bet you that's how he's probably more like that in real life than he is this brooding terror, like, don't go near him, he'll kill you type person. And I think seeing that is kind of refreshing because he looks like he's having fun and people are getting behind him because he's just this monster of a man who beats the shit out of everybody. And he
he's
looks
in
like now
great
he's just
shape.
having a blast doing it.
But do you know what's funny? I'm a UFC fan, right? So seeing Brock like this doesn't surprise me because this is what he was like in his post-cage interviews after his fights. He was exactly like this. He was himself. He was swearing. He was having the time of his life because he was just him. Excuse me. And this is exactly what he's doing now. Of course, he can't swear, but this is what he's doing now. He's just himself. He's having the time of his life, and he's getting paid good fucking money to do it.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be having fun?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean,
The money helps for sure. If
Oh,
I
of
was making
course.
Brock Lesnar money, the WWE could tell me, listen, this is what we want you to do, and I'd be like, done. What? Sure.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to this match, guys. I think they're gonna just beat the crap out of each other. It's a match that we have been waiting for what seems like almost forever.
I want him to
And-
wrestle in the flannel.
You want him to wrestle in the flannel?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
I
what
want
about the cowboy? What about the cowboy hat that
And
he
I
had
want it
on
to
Raw?
never fall off. Like that would be amazing.
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
whoa,
Carl's
there
got
you-
them flannel.
He's got them
Nice.
Brock Lesnar exclusives.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So far, 3 matches. We have all been in agreement that of who's going to be the victors here.
Not great.
But
for
this
TV.
last one for the Universal Championship, before we dive into the Rumbles, the rumors have been going strong with this one. And a lot of people think that the challenger, Seth Rollins, has a real good chance to end the dominant over 500-day reign of Roman Reigns as the Universal Champion. Matt, you're shaking your head yes, so I'm going to start with you. Let me know how before I let you go. This is a match that I'm also super duper. This will probably be, if I had to guess, the best match on the card. Obviously not the Rumble.
This will open the show.
You think this will open? That's a damn good
And
open.
Seth will win.
and then Roman will enter the Rumble.
He
and
is
win the
on
Rumble.
Saturday time,
Uh-huh.
so he's a future. He's in the future.
He is in the future. He might have already seen it. We just don't know. You know, he's playing it off. He's gonna hustle all of us. But no, I wasn't happy that they just kind of threw a match like this. To me, this is a WrestleMania main event match. These are two dudes from the Shield. Like, they've been two of the main guys for going on 10 years now. They're both superstars. They're both future Hall of Famers. This is a big time match. They have history. They're talking about the history, which I like. I like when WWE actually remembers things like we do that they think we don't. They're using history. I like it. To me, this is a WrestleMania main event.
Yeah.
At first, when they kind of just threw it together, and obviously Roman not being at day one because of COVID, that obviously had something to do with it. It had something to do with the whole build to the Rumble. So I wasn't thrilled about the way they put it together, just kind of randomly like, oh, by the way, Seth from Raw is challenging Roman for the title at Rumble. It's like, oh, all right. But that being said, no, it doesn't make sense. But that being said, the build has been really good. I think Rollins is on fire right now. I think Rollins is the best he's been in a while. And I think this is going to be really good. Now I will slide it to you, Matt. Go off. Let us know how you feel about this match and tell us that you're picking. I mean, you already did kind of, but tell us that you're picking Seth Rollins to beat the head of the table and take that title from him.
Yeah, look, I'm not huge on this current Seth incarnation. I don't like the whole Seth freaking Rollins thing. It's just
they added it to the name. That's his name now. His name is Seth freaking Rollins.
It's very OTT for mine. But in saying that, a character of this magnitude that is so over the top needs the title, whereas Roman can go. Initially, I didn't think he could. But now he's at a point where I think he can go a little bit without it and probably needs a stretch without it. Because I think if he loses this, then he'll win the Rumble and he can hang his hat on the fact that he won the Rumble. So there's sort of that, period there where you can brag about that. I don't know why, but I just think Seth's going to win. And I think Roman will win the Rumble. He'll choose Lesnar, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It doesn't make much sense because I don't like putting partners on separate shows. This would mean Seth is on SmackDown, Becky will be on Raw, but who knows what they're going to do. They could end up, Roman could end up winning and they could end up unifying the titles at Mania. I've got no
that's
idea.
been a rumor too that they, I know they mentioned it, but I feel like for the first time in a while, going into tomorrow night, I don't know what they're going to do. And that's not necessarly a bad thing. I kind of enjoy not knowing what's going to happen. That's a good thing. That needs to happen more often.
Yes.
But Pluggo, I'll let you go next, and then we'll round it out with Carl. How you feeling about Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, and who you think is going to leave as a Universal Champion?
I think you guys both hit on that pretty well there. Seth Rollins is one of my favorite performers. Like, I don't think I ever give that guy enough credit and like talk about how like he takes everything they give him and he knocks it out of the park. Like, even that crazy gimmick he was running. But no, this is a main event WrestleMania match if you wanted to do it, like you said, JPJ. But I think the WWE, if we're being honest here, is finally doing it. They're just saying, you know what? Why wait? If we've got it, run it. Lashley and Lesnar.
Yeah,
we're gonna call the Lesnar.
They would just call that match the Lesnar match.
The Lesnar match is that's a main event WrestleMania match too. But they're doing it,
of course.
Like, just do it. Just give us what we want. It's gonna be a good match. The Kevin Owens factor into that. Maybe he helps Seth to screw Roman to get revenge for getting.
Kevin Owens wins the Royal Rumble, and then you have
get
Kevin Owens
Seth.
versus
Yeah.
Seth.
See, if you wanted to do that, if you wanted to layer it like
Not
that,
again.
because Kevin has history with Roman, he got screwed by Heyman. You screw Roman,
Kevin
then
Owens,
you screw Seth. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes,
and then
Lesnar, bro. Twice now you said it.
Lesnar and Roman can go do their thing at Mania because that is the marquee match, and then you don't have to get the titles. You don't have to do a unification.
See, so Roman, obviously the Usos throughout this whole thing have helped him a lot in the majority of the matches, but Kevin Owens is the only guy that Roman never beat clean. He never beat Kevin Owens clean when they had that rivalry at the beginning of 2021. So he does have history with Roman, and he's building a friendship on screen, at least with Seth. So Owens is layered in here, and I think that can mean a lot for the Rumble match. And like you said, here we go, Bork Laser versus Bobby Lashley. That's what we're getting. Bork Laser versus Bobby Lashley.
Before we kick it to the great Carl, this week, like I said, I had the Billy Starks brain meltdown there. I can't speak here. Once you get involved in the gang warfare we've got going on Thursday nights, I've been a little skittish, man. My mind is on two different things.
I know. I saw you flinch when Mrs. Pluggo or Fairman spoke to you earlier. You were like, "Oh, you're on edge, man."
Yeah, because every time I look around a corner, I think it's going to be Holden Albright. Like I'm worried.
I would be because you accepted it. You said you would fight him, and he will murder you.
Doing it for the brand, baby.
In other news,
what? You need to be alive for the brand to continue, bro.
Yep, Josh
he did it. He friggin' did it. Unbelievable.
So after
we're done here, you go watch. Everyone go watch that, and you can thank us for that. Josh did all the good work because he's amazing at everything he does, but you can thank us for that.
All right, now
let's let Carl. I'm gonna go to Carl, but I wanted to bring Dan's comment up real quick. So, because we were talking a little bit, Matt had mentioned, him being on SmackDown potentially, blah, blah. Seth said that, Brock is a free agent. So technically Brock can do what he wants with that WWE title. And Seth had said publicly on the show that he would move the title back to Raw. So maybe Seth wins. He goes to Raw. We see the red Universal title back. And then Brock's like, I'm a free agent. I want to fight Roman. I'm going over to SmackDown. And that's how they could probably get around it if it goes that route. I'm not
confident that they'll do it, but that wouldn't be a bad move.
It would at least make sense to what they've said on the show, and WWE needs to do more of that. So
it would still suck.
Yeah. It is, and we're gonna start talking about the Rumble matches. But Mighty Joe says I'm really curious who the Forbidden Door entrant in the men's Rumble will be. Hopefully, it's a good surprise. We have our friend Bobby in the chat saying hello, Bobby. Always good to see you. Thanks for hopping in here. Bobby's in all of our stuff and all of our shows. He's one of our great fans and followers, so we want to say hi to him. This one I'm torn because I know he's held the title for 500 days plus or whatever. I still don't think it's time for him to lose the title. I think he should just hold that thing forever. Until there's somebody like, don't get me wrong, Seth Rollins is of the caliber to be a Universal World Heavyweight Champion. Duh. But like, look at this.
It's a lazy choice.
I just look at it and I'm like, he's been the champion for so long. Like the person that beats him should be someone that is made a superstar. That's how I feel about this.
It'll be a lazy choice.
Yeah. Like, is it a safe choice? Of course. Seth Rollins is very good. He'll be a good champion. He's been a good champion in the past. But I feel like the title reign has been so long that I don't know. I just feel like even though it's Seth Rollins, this is not the time for Roman to lose. But everything that I'm hearing and like the reasons why people think Seth is going to win are legitimate. And they are legitimate. But I'm still sticking with Roman. Just because I just in my heart, it feels like he should hold that title until next year's WrestleMania. That's just how I feel. And
Roman's at a point now where you won't believe he can lose until you physically see it.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Yeah, that's probably a good way to put it.
You'll go.
Yeah.
Right.
Carl, I'll let you end us off here with the Reigns Rollins. What are your opinions? Where are you leaning, and how you feel about this match that we're going to see tomorrow night?
This match really seems to have just been thrown together, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
So now
They had
I
to.
think you're right. You're right. They kind of had to.
I'm not going to fully blame them. Yeah, I'm not going to fully blame them for this one because I do think the Roman COVID, like they were pushed into a corner a little bit.
Sure.
But could they have also gone the route like they've done with Becky and Doudrop and put someone that is not going to win in this position from SmackDown? Could they utilize some talent there? Sami Zayn,
like why you couldn't.
Perhaps?
Yeah, I mean it would have been heel versus heel, but like you couldn't have had somebody like of the caliber of like a Sami Zayn or something like that. Just get a one-off. You know what I mean? Like something
and that's
of that.
Notoriously, what the Rumble's been over the years.
Yeah.
And
All right,
Carl obviously agrees. So.
I definitely do. Is Roman losing? No, Seth Rollins is not winning that championship. I honestly believe that all of us are a lot smarter than these writers that they have for the WWE. And we are giving them way too much credit in saying what we're doing. I mean, 100%. This is just something that was thrown together. It's a bullshit throw together matchup, and they're just going to be like, hey, we know the two of you have a history. We can play off of that. We know that the two of you can work together inside of that ring. Go out there, give us some good shit. And we're just going to leave it at that. And I think that's all it's going to be. We're looking way too far into this. And I don't think that the WWE writers have even looked that far into it.
Yeah, it's true. And it says one factor also is that the Usos will be banned from ringside. They lost that tag match to Owens and Rollins, so they will not be allowed there. So unless Roman has something else up his sleeve, which he might, he's going to have to do this one on his own, which we've seen Roman Reigns can win a lot of big matches on his own. Yeah, he'll be fine. But that is a factor.
Bring out the Solo.
I think the way they should do it, you need to have like the most, like almost like Daniel Bryan Yes Movement peak babyface where everybody's rooting for him, and then you put some stipulation in the match where like it's a no DQ thing, and like the roster comes out and just annihilates Roman because they're sick of it. Like it should run that long that they're just over him as champion. And then that babyface wins. They end the reigns of terror. That's what I would do if I was booking the show. But that's just me.
Whoever beats Roman, it needs to be the super clean babyface, and it needs to be clean as a sheet.
Yeah,
overcoming the odds.
It'll be Braun Breaker at next year's WrestleMania.
Well, it's already it's already written in the stars. It's going to be Rock versus Roman next year, so you can get that in your head.
Yeah,
because you said this year, and now you're backtracking, JPJ.
Well, I thought, but now with everything that's happened, look at when we started talking about Rumble, Braun Breaker was in my top 3 people that could actually win the Royal Rumble match. I was like, I don't know who else.
He'll be lucky to be in it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and Dan says Braun in like a year. And he says, Solo from NXT 2.0. That'll be interesting. Yeah, that would be very good. That would be awesome. Why not?
He looks like an Uso.
He is an Uso. He looks like an Uso. He would fit right in because he is the family. He is the bloodline.
Grayson Waller.
It would work. Yeah, Grayson Waller.
Let's move on. It's
Grayson Waller. There will be no Maddie Wahlberg slander while I'm here. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, you slandered my girl Becky Lynch, so we even.
Gentlemen.
Please. Sorry, boss.
I'll pay.
All right. No. Before we dive into the Royal Rumble, I want to talk about balls. So, manscaped.com. You go over to manscaped.com. You type in the promo code Love Wrestling. You will get 20% off your first purchase plus free shipping. And we all know shipping can cost a lot sometimes. I have been a loyal customer, as you've heard me say, to Manscaped for years now. I love their products. I have a whole plethora of their products. It helps keep me up to snuff down there. It helps me keep me clean, fresh, not looking like this down there. Carl, I know you're a big fan as well. Talk about, what do you think of Manscaped?
Why should I talk about it when I can simply just
family show
you? Okay, but yeah, I mean, these products have been absolutely amazing. I love the waterproof. I love the 7,000 RPM motor that is in this thing. It's amazing, and it cuts so nicely. The adjustable blades that are on it now, like that's even a step up right there, where you can put on that blade guard and even adjust it to the length that you want. I love it. Product's amazing.
Yeah. They are, and like I said, I've been a fan for so long of theirs. Like it says on the bottom, go to manscaped.com, type in that promo code Love Wrestling. Let them know we sent you there. Let them know you're loving this little package that we have with Manscaped, and you will get 20% off and free shipping.
And we guarantee you'll love your package with Manscaped as much as you'll love the package that we are promoting Manscaped.
Absolutely. We have our friend Drew hopping in. He says, talking about balls, I joined just right at the right time. Yes, you
Hey,
did,
Drew.
my friend.
What's
Thank
up,
you.
buddy?
Always good to see you, buddy.
Welcome,
Drew has a
Drew.
show over on the brand new, on our friends Fightful Overbook, their new channel over there. He has a show with our buddy Joel Pearl that is
And
debuted this week.
and he fears Pluggo because I'm coming for that belt, Drew.
Uh-oh. But Drew, I believe it's called Hits and Misses. I watched the first episode. It was very good. So go give that a check out. Follow that channel. They're doing some cool stuff over there, some different things. Dan says that Carl's look of confusion before you said Manscaped was great. And Drew says there's so much beard on this show. I love it. Well, we love that you're here, my friend. We're about to talk about the Royal Rumbles, Royal Rumble matches. I have a little pool that I've done long term with my friends. We do it every year. We usually bet money on it because we are degenerates. But we're just going to do it for a little bit of fun here. So if you guys want to join along, who is in the chat, if you have a piece of paper, you can write down your answers as I asked the gentleman here, and then you can send them to @B2Beards or send them to me, Pluggo, and we'll kind of try to keep a tally, and maybe we'll see if we can give someone who wins a nice prize or something like that. Mainly just for fun, but we'll see if we can do something.
Maybe we'll give away one of our shirts.
Maybe we do have some shirts. If you head on over to whatamanuva.net/collections/love-wrestling-ca. You can buy Love Wrestling shirts. You can buy, there's some Between Two Beards stuff over there. There's an Astrid who's in the chat. She has a shirt on there, The Natural. There's going to be shirts from a lot of our other shows popping up on there. So head on over there, check out some really cool merch, and buy our Between Two Beards stuff. We have 2 different designs on there. We have the one with the standard logo, and then we have one that says blowing the budget, because that's what we do. That's
right.
what we do is
That's
blow
right,
the budget here on Between
Spencer.
Two Beards.
Spend that money.
Oh,
Let's
yeah.
go.
And Drew says that tomorrow is episode 2. He says, watch me give Joel a cutter off a 12-foot ladder. Yes, that was
I'm
quite
there
a
for
spot.
that.
That was
there
quite
for
a spot on Dynamite.
Ooh,
Throwback
filthy.
is in the chat. He says, Pluggo, you're making me want to run in as number 30 in this draft. I'll put the title on the line. Thanks for hopping in here, Throwback. It's always good to see you. All right. What Rumble do we want to do first? We want to talk about the ladies or we want to talk about the men? What do we want to do here?
Man,
I'll let you guys choose.
men's.
Men's.
All right. So as of right now, we have 22 confirmed superstars. I will list them off. We have Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Austin Theory, Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, Randy Orton, Riddle, Chad Gable, Otis, Omos, and one Johnny Knoxville.
Your
Pluggo?
Royal Rumble winner, Johnny Knoxville. No, I'm just kidding.
Dang
Oh,
right.
my God.
Dang right.
Oh.
Matt will be back in a second. You know, he's dealing with COVID, unfortunately. He had to go get some
And he's
water.
back,
So
baby.
no, it's all good. Oh, 25. There you go, Dan. See, Dan
Yep.
always brings us the facts. He's the
Dan,
man.
you're the man. Dan, the man.
They said they announced Nakamura, Boogs, and Ricochet as well. So there's 25. So that leaves 5 open slots for
You said
potential
it wrong.
returns,
It's
surprises.
Boogs, baby.
All right, sorry. Well, I had to save that for
Don't
you.
ever
That's
do that
why.
again.
All right, we're going to dive right into this pool. It's
Now
nice
I
and
need
easy,
some
and then we can
water.
talk about the Rumble match and stuff like that. But it goes through. So basically, what you do is we're going to pick both matches. You're going to pick the first entrant, the 30th entrant, the person who will have the longest time in the Royal Rumble, the person who will have the shortest time in the Royal Rumble, the person who will have the most eliminations, and then we will go final 4, runner-up, winner. And they're all point-based, and whoever gets the most points from right answers, you will win. That's how this goes.
It's used already, but cool.
I know we're gonna go slower, but before we dive into it,
Don't worry,
Pluggo,
we'll
I'll let
slow
you.
on my show.
Yeah,
'cause
we're gonna have to keep up. Pluggo's gonna have to keep up here. But we'll let Carl lead. What are you thinking about this men's Royal Rumble match? I mean, we'll get into it when we do the pool, but like, who are the superstars that are sticking out to you that you think really have a chance to win this thing?
AJ Styles, Damian Priest, and Austin Theory.
Oh, Austin Theory.
Those are
That'd be
the
because of the Vince McMahon tie-in and what he's
Right.
been doing. Yeah.
exactly. That's the only reason why anything else, and I would never have even thought of Austin Theory. but all of this stuff that he's been doing with Vince lately kind of puts him to the forefront. So I think if he's getting a push from Vince, he could be getting a push right to WrestleMania. Who knows?
That would be something.
I mean, it's been a while since they've done something like that. Like that young, like Randy Orton comes to mind as like the last big, like 22, 23-year-old that got that main event Mania push. So it hasn't been seen in a while. They could do it. It's not a bad shout.
No, it ain't. You know, I kind of feel like I have more of an idea of what's going to happen in the women's rumble than I do the men's.
It's unpredictable this year, which is
yeah, it really is unpredictable. There's a lot of ways they can go, and I do think, like we talked about, what happens in those two heavyweight title matches, I think will affect the Royal Rumble, because I could see one of, if not both of the losers ending up in the Royal Rumble match. And if you have either one or two of those four dudes in the Rumble, they automatically have to be favorites. You know what I mean?
What if the curveball is the men's Rumble opens the show?
It could. They could bookend the show with a Rumble. You have one open and one close. I mean, they've done it before.
I was going to say, the year that the women's Rumble was main event, they did that, didn't they?
Yes. Yes, they did. Yeah. Astrid, obviously.
She loves
for Damian. And Bobby as well, saying Damian Priest is his pick to win the men's Royal Rumble. And Dan says, I think Theory's elimination will progress the story. He's going to get a big match at Mania for a final chance to impress Vince. That's a good call out. That potentially could happen. I do think that this Vince thing will at least lead to a bigger profile match for him at Mania. He's really young, Austin Theory, 22, 23 years old. Clearly, they think very highly of him. And he's a talented dude for someone that age. And he's someone that they're hopefully they're going to have for a long time. So him getting the Vince rub already just shows you kind of where Vince isn't on TV that much anymore. He hasn't been on TV for a long time before this. The fact that he's weekly doing things with Austin Theory kind of tells you how they view him, right? You know?
I can see it leading to a dethroning of Damian Priest at Mania for Austin Theory.
Yeah, for the US title. That would be a good spot for him to have.
Do you guys?
Sure.
Yeah. This is where my head is at right now. Do you think Knoxville like eliminates like Sami Zayn and then immediately gets eliminated? Then we get Knoxville Zayn at Mania.
The Jackass movie comes out in like 2 weeks. I don't think that you need Knoxville past the Rumble. You know what I mean? I just don't. You could end up doing something that like celebrity-ish with Sami Zayn, but I think it would be somebody different. You know what I mean?
Because he seems to be their celebrity go-to now.
Yeah, because and I think Knoxville will get eliminated by Omos. I could see Omos like he's so tall, like throwing him into like some crazy spot where Knoxville just takes a giant bump because he's Johnny Knoxville and they're promoting the Jackass movie. And
you mean like self-mutilation? Weird.
Yeah, exactly. So I could see something like that happen. We have Drew saying he feels like KO or Big E will take the men's Royal Rumble this year. So Big E is where I'm leaning.
He's not winning. I would prefer Knoxville to be in a spot where he eliminates someone like Zayn and someone like Nakamura comes, steps up, helps him out, and set up something there. Because did they ever have their match that Sami Zayn was number one contender for?
They did on SmackDown, but Sami Zayn got the crap kicked out of him by Brock Lesnar before it. So Roman literally just came out and pinned him. Like it was a 6 second.
Wasn't Sami and Nakamura meant to have an IC?
Oh, Nakamura. Sorry, I thought you were talking about when he was the world champion.
Have they ever had?
They haven't. No, Nakamura's cleared now, so maybe they'll do that route.
Use the Rumble to set that up for Mania because that's a top tier Mania match. If they could work,
if they have the time and they do it,
yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah. We have Throwback says he thinks this is AJ Styles' year and that he could win it. And he's talking about the storm that we're getting tomorrow up in our neck of the woods. It should be a doozy. And then Dan says he's leaning Big E or AJ. He said maybe Lesnar, depending on how the title matches go.
And shout out for the cheers throwback. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, yes, and that's you donated a bunch of them. One in an earlier message too. So we appreciate that. We appreciate every time you're here at Throwback. So thank you for hopping in and doing that. All right, let's dive into this pool, gentlemen. We're gonna do it for the ladies too, but let's dive in.
I almost landed on Carl.
I was gonna say deep in first because that would hurt otherwise.
Yeah. And Supersonic kind of going with a few people here saying Big E or KO for him as well. All right. So I'll go with Pluggo and I'll kind of go at least what the screen I'm looking at clockwise. I don't know if it's showing, but
are
whatever.
we doing like if we all agree it's KO, we can go.
Yeah. No, it's not a draft or anything like that. We're just picking who we think is what here. And then,
I'm with you.
Yeah. All right. So Pluggo, who do you think will be the first entrant in this year's Men's Royal Rumble?
Rey Mysterio.
Oh.
100%.
All right.
The
Carl?
video game coming out, Booyaka Booyaka, to pop off the Men's Rumble. I could see it.
Carl?
Santino Marella.
Oh.
Dang!
Don't do that.
Man, coming right out with the heat.
He's in the women's. I mean, Santina. He's gonna pull double duty, isn't he?
Nah, not in 2022. They ain't doing that shit.
They did it like the first women's Royal Rumble. They were like, "Here's Santina."
That's even more faux pas now. No.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so bad.
Mr. Franchise, who will be the first entrant?
I'm going the opposite to Pluggo. I'm going Dominique Mysterio.
All right, cool.
Oh. Maybe like
I think
he can maybe.
I
make
think
a
there'll be
run
one
like
or two.
his
I think
dad.
there'll be 1 and 2 regardless. But it's just a matter of which one.
That's a good.
That would be something if they were 1 and 2.
Well, personally, I think because they've been teasing, right, that Ray has been getting the best of Dominic, like trying to fake eliminate him, and then when Dominic tried this week, Ray still got the best of him. Dominic is eliminating Rey Mysterio on this Royal Rumble.
It wouldn't
100%.
surprise me if during the coverage they collectively go up to Adam Pearce or something without each other knowing and be like, I want to be number 1 or number 2. And the other one's like, I want to be number 1 or 1 or 2.
That'd be cool.
They're trying to up each other.
That'd be cool.
And then, they come out and then they have to.
That's the one thing I miss about the Royal Rumbles. I remember and again, this is going to age me, but I think we're all around the same age. So we'll I used to love the old Royal Rumbles where they would they'd have the Turner thing, the thing with turning the numbers, and they would pick it up, and like sometimes the bad guys would be kind of jockeying for like, oh, give me a better like I just the dumb stuff like that. I'm like, they don't just do stuff like that anymore.
I think it was the
awesome.
05 Rumble where Cena and Batista tied, and then Vince wrecked his quads.
Oh, ruined his quads.
I think they had the thingo there, and Cena did a rap on Christian and Tomko backstage.
Yeah, and I remember this one. Dan says he loved the Flair Eddie segment during one of those. Yeah, like stuff like that. Like it's fun. It doesn't matter. It's just goofy stuff. I feel like they just don't do stuff like that anymore. And I'm just like,
Stephanie used to be really good in those spots too. She was actually really good in those spots.
Yeah. I did like this as well. Drew says he appreciated Theory trying to get a higher number on Raw. So yeah, I do appreciate that. He's a bad guy. He should want a higher number. Everyone should want a higher number.
Yeah.
So like that's just it's just logical, bullshit story that is just entertaining and fun. It doesn't really hurt anybody.
It's
like
easy storytelling. Like if you're like, hey, I want to trade you for my number. But I'll fight you for it. It puts cheap, easy stakes on the match. It makes it more interesting. So they should do it.
For my first entrant, I have Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn as my first entrant. I just think it
booing at the Rumble.
Yeah, I think it goes with his gimmick of how everyone's out to get him, and it's that conspiracy theory. He's got the first pick. He has no chance to win first pick, and I think it goes. I think that's how I think it goes. I think it fits that a little bit. So that's where
I tossed up between Dominic and Chad Gable because I reckon Gable
would be good.
40-minute run in this. Rumble.
100%.
Either him or Ziggler. Ziggler's notorious for being a workhorse in one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Ziggler, if I had $1 for every time that dude almost got eliminated in a Rumble, I'd be a millionaire.
He is one of the most consistently good Rumble performers. It's ridiculous how good that guy is.
The king of the almost eliminated.
Yeah. All right. Pluggo, I'll let you lead again, and we'll keep going in this direction. Who will be the 30th entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble?
Oh, man. That's a tough one because it all depends, like we talked earlier, where the card lies. So, like we've talked, I think whoever loses Reigns and Lesnar
Lashner
will enter, and I think they'll just enter at 30, and everybody will get the. So I'm gonna just say it's gonna be Bobby Lashley at 30 because I think he's losing.
All right, you got Bobby Lashley. Carl,
I think they're afraid to take the title off of Lesnar because they just did it. Everybody was pissed about it, even though his run has been fun. I think so. Ultimately, I'm sticking to my guns. Lashley is losing.
All right. Carl,
so hard to
30th entrant.
First off, that was a weird sounding Carl.
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 Hey, Carl.
Billy
what are you
Madison.
talking about?
The Walking Dead. Carl.
It's like Billy Madison. It's like, Carl, good to see you.
Yeah, goodness. Carl, so nice to see you.
Oh.
Carl, I knew it was you.
I am totally going in an opposite direction as you, JPJ. I think it's Sami Zayn.
Oh,
coming
all
out
right.
at number 30.
Interesting.
All right. Mr. Franchise, 30th entrant.
Roman Reigns.
All right.
Oh, even if he wins?
No, because I reckon he's losing.
Oh, I like that. That would be a huge statement on the road to WrestleMania. Like,
I reckon it'll be similar to when Becky won the Women's Rumble the other year. Someone else will be slated to come out at 30. Someone like Sami Zayn, maybe. And Roman just beats the absolute piss out of said person and takes their spot.
Fair. That's fair. I am
Or
going
Lesnar.
with
either of those two.
Yeah, I think that could happen. But I am going with one Randy Orton. I'm just going Randy Orton, 30th entrant.
That was my second choice.
Was it? All right, he's my 30th
I love
entrant.
Randy.
I love
He
him.
needs to
I
be the
love him.
one to break the record of title wins.
For the titles and not Cena. That'd be amazing. Pluggo, who will have the longest time in the men's Royal Rumble?
oh shoot. Put
Tell
me
me.
on the spot.
Yeah.
But last year it was
He's an answer for one of them.
Madcap Moss has the longest time in the Royal Rumble, I will shave this beard on
No,
air.
you will not. No, you will
No,
not.
I would never joke
No,
about
that
that shit.
would not.
'cause That's very
Dedication.
WWE to do.
They're
It's very
listening. They're going to be
WWE.
like, let's do it just to screw over Pluggo.
No, they're just full of ridiculous shit.
No,
So
I would
yeah,
not
right.
do that. I would back out on that so hard. Don't you worry. It's got to be something. So if my theory is correct, and it's like 1-2
Your
Dominic
Austin
and
theory.
it's they're gonna put Austin Theory on the map, aren't they?
They could.
It's gonna be him.
Austin Theory, huh?
He's gonna come in at like 3, and he's going to have this weird like 45-minute run. Oh,
He's going to be in the final 4 like Santina.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's either
Santina,
that or
fuck you-
I don't want to
fuck
give
you,
up my
Pluggo.
other. I don't want to give out my other until you guys make your picks, but I have a couple other theories that aren't Austin.
All right.
Before we go off the air, can we just quickly talk about the worst Rumble winners in history? Because Alberto Del Rio eliminating Santino to win the Rumble has to be up there.
Oh yeah, that was in Boston. I was there for that one. That was the 40-man Rumble. That one random year they did 40. Yeah, not good. It was not good. Yeah, not great.
All right, Carl.
Carl, longest time in the men's Rumble.
I'm agreeing with Pluggo. It's going to be Austin Theory.
All right, Mr. Franchise, Matt.
This theory can go. I mean, he's built.
If you want to make a star, it's a way to make a star. Montez Ford.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that. I actually went with Mr. Riddle. I think Riddle will be in the top, 5-6 picks, and he's
I thought about
as good as
AJ
it gets.
Styles, but I think
he's as good as
give
it gets. I
Montez some
think.
shine.
Yeah, I think Montez. That's a real good pick. I like that one a lot. All right, Pluggo, shortest time in the Royal Rumble.
Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl, I'm going to because even if he comes in at 30,
he's going to
But
get
again,
walloped.
yeah,
Right away, boom.
he's
Knoxville
got-
does something
yeah,
or something crazy.
something crazy. He comes in, he's talking. I don't think we'll see like the Santino 1 second elimination type deal. But
Is Sami Zayn the most over jobber in the history of professional wrestling?
Yes,
He
yes.
might be.
And
He
he
might
just re-signed, so he's
Brooklyn
loving it.
Brawler.
No, Sami's
Did
more
you
over.
need to clear your throat there, Carl?
Carl, shortest time in the Rumble.
Madcap Moss.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say now. I also chose Madcap Moss, so we can
Yeah,
go to the
ditto.
franchise and
Make
then
it
we'll
quick.
move on.
I'm the same. Make it
You
quick.
got all 3. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe Knoxville's going to be the guy that kills somebody's.
No,
Rumble.
he's a celebrity. I don't think they'll give him the shortest time. He'll be in.
No,
there for
what I
something.
mean is he's going to be the dude that like Madcap Moss comes in and Knoxville's like, fuck you. Or forget.
Is Drew
sorry.
Is Drew McIntyre due back before Mania?
I don't know about before Mania, but I know he's not. I don't think he's healthy for this.
No, he's
for
not in the Rumble. But if he's due back before Mania, I can see Knoxville eliminating Corbin, and then
maybe a mixed tag. Yeah, you can have a tag.
Knoxville,
you could have a
getting
tag
Drew
or like in the
McIntyre
corner or
versus-
something. Yeah,
Knoxville being in McIntyre's corner for Mania against Corbin. That's
there
where I
was
think
no
they
need
could
for
go with
Bad
that.
Bunny at Mania last year. They'll figure it out.
yeah, I know.
Oh, there was
That
plenty
match
of
was
need.
good.
Yeah, he
That
had one of the
match
best
was
matches
good.
on the
Yeah,
freaking card.
he did.
But
Yeah.
he's not a wrestler, bro. All right,
Nah,
He put in
Pluggo.
the work.
Yeah, exactly. Pluggo. Most eliminations.
I'm going to go on a
This one's
limb
hard.
here. No, I'm going to say Damian Priest.
All right, that's a good
I
one.
think they're going to give him that, like, because he's got a title, so he doesn't need to win it, but they're going to make him look just like $1 million, and then he'll get eliminated by like Santino or something. But
All right.
ultimately, I think he'll get like he'll fire off like 9. Write that down. 9.
All right, 9. You think 9 is the number?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put that in parentheses. Carl, most eliminations.
This one's tough. I'm stuck between two people. Omos.
Yeah. I'm also going with Omos.
Make it 3.
Yeah. So the shortest and the most eliminations, the 3 of us all stuck the same. I'm going with Omos as well.
Yeah, I'm different.
They just separated him from AJ. He dominated AJ in that match. Yeah, I could see him easily coming close to the record, if not beating the record. And he's going to be the typical. Eliminates a ton of guys, and then 6 or 7 guys are going to team up and somehow eliminate him. So he still looks good, but doesn't win because it took a bunch of people to do it. And I think that's how that's going to go. We've seen it a dozen times. It's what they're going to do.
In all reality, the most eliminations this year is probably going to be like 5 or 6. It's not going to be.
Yeah, I don't think
9,
it'll
10,
be this
11.
giant number, but I do think Omos still
It's
make
gonna
him.
be 9.
All right. now we'll get down.
I expect
Who was
tweets
the
from
other?
all of you when that happens.
My second one, kind of along the exact same lines, there is Otis, because everything that they're
Otis.
doing with Otis and Chad Gable right now,
Yeah.
Otis getting all of these awards and
That'd be
prestige
a
and
good one.
everything.
Yeah.
Why
That would be
not
cool.
have him?
Yeah.
And then he's,
I really
way.
like what they're doing with Otis and Chad Gable.
Me
That's
too.
one of my funner things that they're doing. I love that match that Gable had on Raw with Orton was top notch.
They do that with these most eliminations. They either do the safe like it's Kane, or they give you that run of like an Otis, like, hey, and then they use it for like the next 6 months. He had the most eliminations at the Royal Rumble this year, so that's a good shout. That could be good too. But
all right,
I
Pluggo.
find it
Carl,
funny.
you're so
I find
smart.
it funny. I find it funny that WWE have had Kurt Angle 2.0 on their roster for so freaking long in Chad Gable, and they're too stupid to realize.
he will always be Shorty G to me, bro.
Yeah, Shorty G, man.
Oh, fuck off.
Swear jar, Spencer.
All right, Pluggo, give me
I'll
your
pay, I
final
don't care.
4. Give me your final 4 in the men's Royal Rumble.
Lashley, Theory, Dominic.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
Oh, and Ray.
And Ray. So you think Ray's going the distance to the final 4?
I think they're gonna
From number
tease
1.
it. I think they're gonna tease it again. Like they're gonna go, oh, he's gonna do it again, and then
And
ultimately,
we got Dan giving us facts. He goes, before you guys do the Women's Royal Rumble, I feel like you guys should know Shayna Baszler just interrupted a Charlotte promo on SmackDown. So did Aaliyah, but I think that's less telling. So maybe she's not Shayna Baszler messing with Charlotte.
I love Shayna Baszler. I
do too.
stand for Shayna Baszler. She
do
shouldn't
too.
even be She should be one of the front runners every year for the Royal
agree.
Rumble.
I
Saying
agree.
it now.
Carl, your final 4 in the men's Royal Rumble.
Damian Priest,
All right.
That's a good one.
Omos,
Oh, okay.
Wow.
What?
Shinsuke Nakamura,
All right.
I almost went there. That's a good
and Kazuchika Okada.
Oh my goodness, is that the Forbidden Door? That would be something. Imagine that.
Pluggo summed it up pretty good. Nah,
Imagine that.
one.
Hey,
Hope
look
y'all
at,
didn't- hope y'all didn't see my butt on
without
that.
dream scenarios, what are we really doing here? You know?
What?
Just saying, Jay White's in America.
Jay White is American.
What?
Mr.
Explain
Franchise.
yourself, Carl. What?
Why not?
Yeah, if
Oh,
if that
Throwback
happens,
says,
I'm never watching
his
New Japan
surprise
again,
is
ever,
Grayson
ever.
Waller. And he says they'll continue, but and he's throwing some other names out there. He's saying Tommaso Ciampa, maybe Moose.
If Moose is in the Rumble, I'm turning it off then and freaking there. I can't stand that turd.
Okay.
All right. Matt, your final four in the men's Royal Rumble.
Montez,
Yep.
Sheamus,
Oh, that's a good one.
Kevin Owens,
Yep.
and Reigns.
Alrighty.
You really think Reigns is losing this thing?
I went
Tonight
chalk.
for you.
I went chalk here. You guys had some good ones. You all had some out of the box. I went chalk. I have Kevin Owens, Big E, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. That's my final four right now.
Aren't you going to be shocked when Big E lasts under 10 minutes?
I hope not. I hope
I'm
not.
just-
If that happens,
really-
his title reign was the biggest crock of shit ever.
He'll get a good run. They ain't gonna do him dirty.
should.
Like that. I'm
At
leaning
least,
heavy
yeah.
into the father-son thing, and I think with Ray, they're gonna be like, Edge did it last year, and he's just gonna be in there laying on the
Well, both
side
the
of
Rumble
the-
winners came from the start to the finish, so that's why they ain't happening this year. They're not doing it.
Well, but they'll tease it. They'll use it.
Oh,
They'll be like,
well, how about this?
"Oh."
Sasha apparently just returned on SmackDown, so I thought she was supposed to be out for a while though, but she just
'cause
returned
she's
on SmackDown. So
doesn't mean she can't wrestle.
yeah, so and Dan says one more important thing: Sasha's here. Not sure if she's wrestling or cleared, but she is at least
If
on
she's cleared,
SmackDown.
If she's cleared, they would have kept her as a surprise.
That
for
will
the
change things. Yeah, that will change
Yeah.
things. All right,
I'm just gonna
we'll knock.
say this: I don't fall for the Sasha winning the Rumble thing ever again. I did that one year, and I got
She's never winning it at this point.
We'll have you give me. We'll do each of these instead of doing it separately. So, Pluggo, give me your runner-up and give me your winner.
the winner is. I don't even remember who I picked as the 4 outside of Lashley.
Jesus Christ, unbelievable.
No, your winner is Bobby Lashley. Your runner-up is not
Dominic
one of the
Mysterio.
It's not the Mysterio. What did I say?
So Theory, Austin Theory.
Theory. So yeah, it's gonna be Austin Theory coming out, but Lashley will ultimately get it done. That's where I think they go if you want to build the big star thing.
Pluggo went
That's-
all 4 Final Four dudes from Raw. He just went Raw
That-
the whole time. All
I
4
just
of his
because
people.
I think the SmackDown thing is set. I don't think you're challenging on the SmackDown side of things. I think it's all gonna just stay on Raw.
Oops. Apparently,
Raw needs
Sasha
it.
Banks just said she's ready to rumble.
Yeah, so did David Arquette, but
Carl, I will take your runner-up and your winner of the men's Royal Rumble match, and then we will move on to the ladies.
I've had way
Shayna
too
has
many
been
concussions. Please remind me who the 4 that I.
Yes, you have
oh, wait a
Damian
minute,
Priest.
Be nice about it.
He's a guest.
I know.
We have Damian Priest, Omos, Shinsuke Nakamura, and the Forbidden Door, Kazuchika Okada.
You gotta-
So winner Nakamura and runner up Omos.
Okada. What? Why not?
Omos. No, not Okada. He'll be there. But he's not going to win. He's not going to be runner
That'd be
up.
dope.
I'm banking heavy on the fact that Lesnar can just go to SmackDown because he's a free agent, and then your title match is set there. You know,
True.
so
Yeah. All right, franchise, your runner-up and your winner.
Before I get to that, they changed Shayna Baszler's music, and apparently it sucks all of the others.
She had
FYI.
great music. She had
Yeah,
great
They
music.
changed it.
don't get me started.
WWE, ladies and gentlemen, WWE. Reigns is winning.
Okay.
Sheamus
Sam-
is the runner-up.
Oh,
All right.
say Santino, Johnny Knoxville.
Idiot.
Me or Johnny Knoxville?
Both.
That's fine. That's fair. That's rarefied air.
He's an idiot on a different.
Well, there you go. It is confirmed by our buddy Drew. Shayna's
Big
new
buddy
music
Drew.
is awful.
Is
And
it?
Dan says it's
Why do they-
generic now because that's what all their new music is just generic.
Because Jim Johnson said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here."
Yeah, he's out. Damn, that stinks. She had one of the better
Shayna
themes.
should
She
be
had
the
one of the better
female
themes.
Brock.
All right. So
Oh.
this probably is not going to happen, but I went with my heart. I went with what I want to happen. I have KO as my runner-up, and I have Big E winning the Royal Rumble. So I don't think that'll happen now for how the last month or so has played out, but I love Big E, damn it, and I want him to be in a main event match at WrestleMania. I think he's earned it. I think he deserves it, and that's what I'm rooting for. So before we move to the women's for bonus points, 1 point each, Pluggo 3 surprises in the Royal Rumble.
Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
No.
I shut up. I just want it to happen. Hear me out.
Maybe
Cody
Styles.
Rhodes, Steve-O.
Oh, that would
He
okay.
comes and helps his buddy Knoxville out. And that's all I got. I don't
We
have
need
a
one
th-
more.
I
So,
know.
I said 3, not 2.
I know. Adam Shear.
Oh, all right, Braun. Yeah, he's on my list.
Titan.
Yeah.
My name is Adam. Dude, that hurts. But honestly,
All right.
because the
He'll
men's
probably
side
be
of
there
things-
anyway because the cow was meant to be there.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a ton of unless you go forbidden door on the men's side, there's not a ton of wiggle room for whoa, I can't believe it because Drew's out and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So I'm going off the wall with mine.
All right, Carl. 3 surprises.
I as well had Adam.
My name is Adam.
Moose.
I want a job.
There it is.
Alexa, hire me. All right.
Save that for the other shit. Don't do that
Moose.
on here. No, I'm just kidding.
Look at the branding. This is our shit.
And shit, why not? Nick Aldis.
All right, that'd be cool. Mickey James is
you-
going to be there,
Wait, did you say
but Mickey James is going to be
Okada?
there. That could make sense to have the end. He's still the NWA champion, right?
Money talks. No, Trevor Murdoch is.
Oh, Trevor, that's right. But yeah,
Yeah,
Mickey
you got
James will be there. Maybe Aldis will be there for the week. That'd be cool. That's a good one. Franchise 3 surprises on the men's side.
Oh, I don't know. You're asking me to use my COVID-infested brain. Good lord. Oh, jeez.
it's because I'm winning this thing?
Yeah, more than likely. Tin ass. Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's on
that's
mine as
good.
well.
Grayson Waller.
Okay.
And
Tony D'Angelo.
Braun Breaker.
I reckon someone from Impact on the men's side's coming over. So I reckon someone like maybe Ace Austin.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Ooh, that'd be huge. And before you make your picks, JPJ, I'm going to just tell everybody listening, I'm going to have JPJ send me this over, and we are going to post it on our socials so
Yes.
you guys can comment and play.
And if you
along
are in
with
here
us.
and you are playing along, send it to us on your social. Send it to us on
Yeah.
one of or the Beard social media.
And
I want to
I'll
try to
just
get as
say it
many as
now.
possible.
We'll try to keep track of it. We'll make it happen. We can't make promises because my brain doesn't work this week. But if you beat us, we'll get you a shirt.
All right, fair. The 3 that I picked, I had Braun Strowman making a return. I had Tommaso Ciampa, and I had Corey Graves
Ooh, yeah.
being in the
there you
Royal
go.
Rumble.
I mean, he is cleared. Might as
He
well.
is cleared. That's what I had.
Does he do the JBL, take the suit jacket off and walk up, or is he not? Because
I don't think he's at the table. I think McAfee should be the well. I mean, I'm sure one will do the other. Graves. I think you can have Graves do the women's rumble if you want to start the show with the women's rumble. Maybe if Ronda's not going to be in it or something like that, you have Graves do the commentary for that one. You have McAfee, and I wouldn't mind McAfee getting involved either. Right from the announce table either. I think that'd be cool.
Can I blow up the interwebs?
Yeah.
Please.
Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
I
That's it.
disagree wholeheartedly. I think he's easily the best part of WWE television. One of them.
I'm flying halfway across this country, all the way around the country, pretty much. I'm coming for you, franchise. Don't talk about McAfee like that.
Come after Thursday, because I'm in isolation. I don't want to give you and your family COVID.
You just don't want to get these hands.
I do still love you. I don't want anyone getting this shit.
Oh,
Well, I appreciate that, but after COVID, it's on.
Like Donkey Kong, bitch.
All right, we will move over to the women's side. I will announce the participants. This one, we have 21. I mean, there could have been more on SmackDown tonight, but as of right now, not watching SmackDown, we have 21 confirmed participants. We have Nikki Ash. We have Aaliyah. We have Natalia. We got the Impact Women's Champion, Mickie James. We have Shayna Baszler. We have Summer Rae returning. We have Tamina, Dana Brooke, Kelly, Rhea Ripley, Lita, Naomi, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Carmella, Queen Zelina. So many N's with A's. Michelle McCool, Shotzi, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, Liv Morgan, and last year's winner, Bianca Belair. I don't know where to put it, so I'll put it here. Someone on SmackDown has a sign that says, okay.
Oh, good Lord.
And then last week, somebody had one that said, Queen Zelina, use my face as your throne.
This is a throne.
Whose face? How are they getting these
Are
signs?
they not vetting signs anymore? Okay.
All I've got to say is
story.
that sign
This is an old story.
That's a
We remember, obviously, we remember the wrestler Test. Do you remember, like, there was a small part where he was calling his fans testicles? You remember this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that when he was with Steiner and Stacey Keebler?
Yes. Yeah. I went to a Raw, and my sign simply said, I am a testicle. And they took that shit away from me. And I looked at the security and go, it's part of the show. It's part of the show.
I just love
And they took it and they took it away. And then like an hour later, Test was cutting a promo and he called the fans testicles. And I stood up and I yelled at hey, it's part of the show. I yelled at the security guard. I yelled at him again. It's part of the show. Dick. Taking my sign anyway. Whatever. Just
That's a hill.
I'm sorry, but
totally
F
unrelated.
that guy.
That is a hill
that
I'm
guy.
willing to die on. Test is the most underrated man to never be.
Test was good. Test was damn good.
Elite.
Fucking sign got taken away. Part of the damn show. What do you think? I just wanted to call myself a testicle asshole? Oh my God. I'm sorry. Anyway,
This would have been.
I was like
Where were
15
you
and I'm
20
still
minutes
angry. I
ago
was
when you were
20
doing
years
a
ago. I'm still
Manscaped
pissed.
read, man? That was the perfect segue to your fucking ad read.
It was. I didn't know I was going to talk about it. Anyway.
Come on.
Jesus.
Young JPJ
all right,
is just
I'm
like,
gonna take a deep
how
breath.
many,
I'm gonna take a
how
deep breath.
many
I'm gonna take a deep breath.
poster boards did you go through before you got it right? How many mistakes
One,
did
bro.
you
I'm
make?
smart. I know how to. Come on.
No, but you maybe off-centered it, or you like,
No.
okay, he's perfect
To be
at
fair,
right
you couldn't-
testicles.
To be fair, you probably couldn't have used it as a segue into an ad read for Manscaped because when you had that sign, you probably didn't even have any fluff on your nuts, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Probably. Yeah, I was younger. I was younger for sure. All right.
But
I'm going to go
that doesn't mean you can't use the ball deodorant.
This is
It's
true.
true.
This is true.
It's true. Crop preserver. It's a lifesaver.
That's right. Thank you.
All right, we'll go in reverse order this time. So I'll start with the franchise this time around for the
Oh,
women's
shit.
Royal Rumble. Who is your first entrant?
Aaliyah.
All right.
Don't ask me why. I've got no idea.
And then Carl, you're the middleman in both. The middleman in both. Carl, your first entrant in the female Royal Rumble.
Nikki, almost superhero.
All right, we got
That's a good show.
That's the worst name ever.
Yes, it is.
It's so bad.
Mr. Pluggo, first entrant in the women's Royal Rumble.
Charlotte Flair.
Oh, all right.
Because I think if they main event it, she's going to come out and say, I'll just go one, set the ball. You know what I mean? Because that's her character. So,
all right. I have a returning Bailey as my number one entrant. That is what
Is she
I
ready
have.
to go?
But in Rumble,
They've
you
been
can
quiet about
hide
it.
it.
They've
You
been
can hide
quiet about it. They've been quiet about it. So
I wouldn't hate it. I love
yeah.
Bailey.
Yeah. So I have you will see that I I have Bailey throughout this list. I have Bailey doing a lot of things in this Royal Rumble.
Heel Bailey still gets a huge return pop. So it's
100%. Because she's one of those people that even though she was a heel, her being gone just made us all appreciate how damn good she. Like, you know what I mean? Like when Rollins left as he was a heel, and he came back and he got that huge mask. It's the same thing. Like, hey,
so
we missed you. We missed you. We're glad you're here. You know,
Triple H, 2 is the perfect example.
Exactly.
One where he popped his bloody leg. He was
100%. Bailey is going to get a pop like that. Bailey is going to get a pop like that if she comes back. So why not have her be? I have her being one, but 1 or 2, where she has that full entrance where people can be like, "Oh, dang, Bailey's back," you know?
Well, that's why I would go like someone like an Aaliyah number 1, where that doesn't matter, and then you have like Bailey is number 2, and Aaliyah's like, "Oh shit, I'm screwed."
Excuse me. She is a Guinness Book of World Record holder.
That is true.
She has
that's gonna.
She has a win over Carl's girl Natalia.
Well,
watch your mouth.
That's gonna come into play later on in my Royal Rumble build of this women's Royal Rumble. Franchise, your 30th entrant in the women's Royal Rumble.
Queen Zelina.
That's a good one. Carl.
Liv Morgan.
That's a good one too. Pluggo.
What's the category?
30th.
30th.
I know he just tunes out and tunes back in when he leaves.
No, sorry. I was doing promotional work on this for the squad. I do like all the social stuff, you know. Anyway,
while we're having a show.
30th. I do it. I have to. When do you want me to do it?
After or before when we're not on air?
I'm trying to get
anyway.
Trying to get them.
He wants that family time, man. He wants that family time.
30th. I think it's a return. I think Bailey is 30th.
All right.
I do love her going first or second, though. I think that's fantastic. But I think 30th. She doesn't have to be in there long. Ring rust. I love it.
All right. Dan says he thinks if Bailey comes back, it'll be as a face. If Bailey comes back, I think she has to win. I think if Bailey comes back, she should be one of like 2 people that wins. That's how I feel. I picked for my 30th. I have Mickie James as the 30th entrant. I think that'll be all right.
Crappy.
Huh?
I think that'd be crappy of them.
Why?
I think she needs.
She should have like a long run, like longest time or something like that.
It is exactly what
you got to plug my stuff. I wrote an article about these power rankings.
I know,
and I think that they need to give Mickie James a decent showing in this to make up for the trash bag thing.
What they should do and what they do are 2 different things. And having Mickie James come at 30 is exactly on par for what they would probably do.
I'm trying to win this shit, Pluggo.
I'm trying to look out for my girl, Mickie James, bro.
Yeah, I know. All right, franchise.
And on point of them, it is also for them to say, yeah, you can come out with the Impact World title to Hardcore Country. Comes to brass tacks, it's time for her to go out. Leave your title there. You get the Mickie James music. That's exactly something they would do because they're assholes.
I mean, he's not lying. Longest time in the Women's Royal Rumble franchise.
Charlotte.
All right. Carl?
Dana Brooke.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, that's left field.
What are you doing to me, Carl? My head's going to explode tonight.
Hey, in order to win these things, sometimes you got to go a little rogue.
I know, but he's going like...
Well, she's a 24/7 champion. Like, maybe she gets chased off and, like, people come for the title and she comes back. You never know.
Reggie could be on the outside and helping her stay in. We don't know.
Yeah, it's true. Pluggo.
They're going to do that, aren't they?
Longest time in the female Women's Royal Rumble.
Lita.
Oh.
They're going to just run back the Edge thing. She's going to come out at 2. And she's got to prove to Charlotte she's still got it.
All right. I'm going Bailey. I got Bailey at my number 1 spot. I have Bailey as the longest time in the Rumble. I think she might already. Did Bianca beat it last year? I think Bailey is. I don't know if she has the overall record, but I think she's up there. She might already have that record as longest time.
What a crime that was that they had Bianca come out at like 2
3.
or 3.
Yeah,
and
just
like,
have her come out at 1.
Yeah, just have her
Just
come
have her
out
run
at
it,
1
you
and
know?
just set that thing.
Last
Yeah.
year, it was number
Exactly.
2 last year, wasn't she? Or number
I
Right,
thought
she
she was
was, like,
3. I'm pretty sure she was 3, but she was 2 or 3. She was early.
Just put her
Um,
in at 1.
She was
and
1
let
or
her
2
run
the year
thing.
before, and she was like final 4.
And I think that year she had most eliminations too. She had the most eliminations in that Rumble match. All right, franchise, the shortest time in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Carmella.
Okay. Carl?
Summer Rae.
Ooh. Carl, you're going to
They
hate.
they called her a legend. They can't do that shit.
I know. You are going to hate. Oh, and we have Ring the Bell saying, I am here for the Aussie. All right. You have to pronounce, is it Bogan? Bogan? How do you, Bogan?
Ozzy Bogan.
Ozzy Bogan.
It's a Grayson Waller thing. He called Indy, I think, an Aussie Bogan on Twitter at one point. It's a very Aussie term.
Oh,
It means very
and then
Australian.
They also say Jillian Hall. We get another Jillian Hall surprise, maybe. Who knows? We're going to talk about surprises at the end.
Ray knows her stuff. Ray knows her stuff.
Pluggo, I'm going to let you go, and then I will give mine. Pluggo, shortest time.
I was gonna say Summer Rae, and thankfully Josh had already made the legacy of Maurice's brick, so we're not gonna upset him if we go Summer Rae. But I am gonna go Santina Morella.
Now who's going rogue? My goodness.
Because you just convinced me that they shouldn't do it. That doesn't mean they aren't gonna do it because they are the WWE.
Carl, I'm going to need you to forgive me here.
It's Natty,
gonna be
isn't
Natalia.
it? Yeah.
Aaliyah, I think Aaliyah is going to eliminate Natalia in the quickest time because there's been some quick women eliminations in the Rumbles, but there hasn't been that 1 second or that real quick one yet. I think Aaliyah is going to eliminate Natalia in the fastest time in the history of the Royal Rumble women's matches, and that is going to continue the storyline of Aaliyah and Natalia.
Can I ask you, what did Natalia do to you?
Nothing. But she already lost the
She's
fastest
a legend.
match ever.
Why would
I know
they
she
do
is,
that?
but it doesn't hurt her. It doesn't hurt her at all. She could do that spot, and she's still Natalia.
This is why I don't watch weekly WWE TV because I'm sick of hearing that kind of.
But
drama.
does the Guinness Book of
Doesn't
World
matter.
Records
Yes, it does matter.
differentiate between the women's Rumble and the men's, or do they just say Royal Rumble quick? Because that's hard. That's going to be tough to beat because that Santina was like.
Well, no, I'm not saying fastest in general. I'm saying the fastest elimination in the women's Royal Rumble match history will be Natalia. Will be Natalia, and she will get eliminated by Aaliyah because they will prolong that because obviously Aaliyah beat Natalia in 3.17, whatever the hell it was. And and Ring the Bell says there are so many beards here, and I am not okay. Well, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, we hope you're okay.
There you go.
Fine.
Dan says that Aaliyah drop kicked Shayna Baszler out of the ring tonight. So I'm telling you,
what the? Leave Shayna alone.
I'm telling
Which
you,
means, as one Billy Stark said yesterday, Shayna is gonna yeet Aaliyah halfway to the.
That is fine. That is fine. But Aaliyah will eliminate Natalia in the fastest time ever before that happens.
Maybe.
All right, franchise. I will let you lead.
We do hope you're okay for real. Thanks for joining us on a Friday night.
No, he's all right. He just he didn't know he was going to see 4 luscious gentlemen with these great beards. That's what he just.
Ray is a lady.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ring. I don't.
And she's in Australia.
Well, there you go.
She's a friend of mine.
Well, there you go. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't know.
Massively involved in the Australian wrestling scene down here.
That's dope.
Nice.
That's dope. Well, thank you for being here.
We're
usually between two beers.
Part of a new promotion that is opening up down here too. So yeah, massive thing.
Well, yeah, promote that stuff.
We'll be tuning in.
Yeah, damn right we will.
Let us
we'll have to get her on the beards once everything comes to fruition. Get her on the show.
You can try.
Yeah. All right.
We got
franchise.
Money, bro.
Most very lovely person.
Most eliminations in the women's Royal Rumble.
Aaliyah.
Shut your damn mouth.
Do it, you coward. Do it.
Shayna Baszler.
Okay.
Don't do my girl like that.
Carl.
I don't know why, but I'm feeling.
Including Charlotte Flair.
No.
Shayna's eliminating Charlotte.
And we agrees with you, Shayna.
No, I'm feeling Tamina.
Tamina.
No
All
one
right.
meaner than Tamina.
Pluggo. Most eliminations.
There's a tie right now. I think Shayna and Bianca have it's like a 2 or 3 way tie for 8.
Yep.
So they just need to get to 9. 9's that magical number. I think Bianca Belair gets it done, gets that 9, gets it and holds that by herself. As much as I love my girl,
you just want 9 all the way around.
9
You
all
got
the way
9
around.
in the men's, 9 in
Nine,
it. I also have Bianca as well.
But it's because
I have Bianca as the most eliminations.
they're not doing nothing with Shayna, so why give her that little rub to have? Like, give it to the next.
So why not do Shayna versus Charlotte at me?
Why not? Exactly. I don't know.
Because they're gonna do Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte at WrestleMania.
No, they're gonna do Ronda versus Becky, dickhead.
No, they're not. They're gonna do Bailey and Becky. I mean Bianca and Becky. I'm sorry. Anyway. All right.
Welcome
No,
to the
we'll get that. We'll get
ASMR portion of our
we'll
Between
get
Two
that.
Beards show.
All right, franchise, your final 4 in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Carl is way too professional for this.
Yeah, he is.
He's laughing now though. We've got him.
Yeah.
We've got him.
No, he's having a good time, but he's just like, oh, yeah.
So what are we
Shayna?
doing here?
Yep. All right,
Charlotte.
stop doing that. Now you're making me uncomfortable.
Stop purring like a kitten, you weirdo.
That's ASMR,
Charlotte.
No, it
Get on
ain't.
TikTok.
ASMR's freaking whispers.
dude. Get
That's
on
friggin'
TikTok,
purring.
bro. No, I'll show you some stuff. I fell down that rabbit hole last week for like 3 hours. All they do is they're like,
Okay, I don't want to hear it.
Shayna.
Yes.
Charlotte.
Yep.
Bianca.
Yep.
And Ronda Rousey.
Oh. All right, Carl.
Zelina.
yeah, it's a
Yep.
thing. I told you. It's a
Yep.
thing.
Yeah,
I told you,
It is.
Ree is a
On
very
TikTok,
smart
like
person.
Look
Dan-
at all
Dan-
the comments we have for ASMR opposed to everything else.
Yeah, because that makes them feel weird.
Oh,
No,
I hate that
it's-
shit.
No, I'm just
No, because
No,
it's a
thing.
freaking
I know.
thing, apparently.
I know it's a thing. Trust me, it's a thing.
Pluggo's
It's not a thing
ASMR
where
hour.
I'm not on here. Anyway.
Oh,
So
all right.
Selena, sorry,
So,
Carl,
yeah,
before
final.
Pluggo
No,
interrupted you.
that's okay. That ASMR shit, it just kind of took over. God. God.
I'm sorry.
Anything can do a run in here, apparently.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. So Zelina Vega,
Yes.
Liv Morgan,
Very good.
Mickey James,
Alrighty.
and yes, I even agree, Ronda Rousey.
Alrighty. Pluggo, your final 4 in the women's Royal Rumble.
Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Swear
I'll
to
stop.
God.
I'll stop.
I swear to God.
This is what we
JPJ,
do
just
here.
kick him out. Yeet him out of here.
Yeah,
Towards the end,
yeah.
he loses his composure the last 5 minutes of the damn show.
That's how it rolls. Anyway, final 4: Belair, Charlotte, Bailey, and Mickey James. I think they stack it, and I think that
Belair,
Belair,
Charlotte,
Charlotte.
Mickey, and who? Ronda?
No, and I said Belair, Becky, no, Bailey,
Bailey.
Charlotte, and Mickey James. I think they give here's the knockouts women's champion could possibly do it, right?
My
'Cause
question is,
Why put her
if
in there
all
if you're not going to do
if
that?
all why not have 3 of the 4 horsewomen in there?
I mean, if Sasha's going to end up being in the Rumble, you'd put her there too, right? Probably.
Yeah, if you wanted to,
Nate says, I think he's talking about the ASMR. He goes, this is the content we come here for.
I'm telling you, man, it's big. It's huge business. It does numbers, bro. I'm not kidding.
When we get that
I-
Love Wrestling After Dark channel, we can have a Between Two Beards
I'm
ASMR.
immediately signing up for it. Pluggos, ASMR.
So what you're telling me is
extravaganza.
LWAD is just going to be full of content.
Yes. No, there's a whole production, dude. There's so much more to it. It's a thing. Like it's big. Big
why do I
business.
fear I'm going to Google it?
Don't. It's not bad. It's not nothing. No, I thought the same thing. I was like, ASMR, this is gonna be like super like inappropriate. No, it's like a thing and people love it.
Well, you got
We
4
have
of
Ree
them,
says that she
so
came
you're
here.
all
She
good.
came here for the beards. To be honest, she goes, "I am here for that. That Love Wrestling After Dark ASMR," and she goes, "Subscribe me to that."
Done.
And then Ashford said it does, especially on TikTok, like you said, Pluggo. All right, so my final four,
Astrid knows. She's smart.
I have Bailey, I have Bianca, I have Mickey James, and I have Lita in my final four. I have Lita in there. You get a couple of the old veterans, and Bailey, who's a 4-horsewoman, obviously, and you have Bianca as well. So you have two of the newers and two of the legends. Franchise, we're going your way. Runner-up and winner.
Winner is Ronda. Runner-up, Shayna Baszler.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be fun having them two at the end there. That'd be nice.
Yeah,
Although I would
that'd
be
be
rooting for
interesting, wouldn't
Shayna so hard. I'd be like, beat her, Shayna. Throw her out.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Carl.
Runner-up, Liv Morgan. And winner, I honestly believe they are going to give this to Zelina Vega.
Oh, the queen.
I reckon
Pluggo.
Twitter might melt down if Liv Morgan was runner-up.
Really quick, this could be the opportunity to do the 4-horse women as the final four if they wanted to pull some titles off some people. I don't think they're going to do it. I think your runner-up is going to be, of the four that I picked, I think Bailey. I think this is Bailey's, like, we screwed up last year at Mania by not giving you a spot. Here's your roses. You're going to have a shit. You're going to do all this. It's going to be great. So, yeah, I'll go with Bailey.
And the winner.
But there's a reason I went Ronda to win and Shayna to runner-up. Because notoriously, you look at last year, Bianca won, went on to face
Sasha.
Sasha, thank you. And Rhea was runner-up, went on to face Asuka.
Yeah.
Notoriously, whoever's runner-up generally goes on to fight the other champion. And I've said throughout this whole show, Shayna's going to eliminate Charlotte.
Yeah.
So Shayna will become runner-up, face Charlotte, Ronda will win, going to face Becky.
I wish.
Pluggo, your winner.
The winner is going to be Bianca Belair getting that back-to-back.
Bro, you copied me. My runner-up is Bailey as well. I have Bailey as the number one entrant, the longest time, and my runner-up, because the last time we saw Bailey, she was involved with Bianca Belair. So I think they can kind of tie that bow together with them being the final two. And I have Bianca also going back-to-back and winning the Women's Royal Rumble again. Before we get out of here, I'll start with the franchise. 3 surprises in the Women's Royal Rumble.
Well, thanks to Rhea, I'm going to say Jillian Hall. Trish Stratus.
That's a good shout.
And Raquel Gonzalez.
Alrighty. And we will slide to Mr. Carl.
I mean, we've talked about her through all of this. Ronda Rousey. I mean, 100% is going to be a legitimate surprise to come in. Kairi Sane.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Be a cool little thing.
Right?
There's been talk of her being there, yeah.
And Rock C.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be cool.
Announcer signing,
wouldn't hate
AJ
that.
Styles style. AJ Styles style.
Right?
That stuff.
Right? With her just losing that championship and we're losing that ROH.
And I'm hating on Twitter that people are like, oh, I hope she doesn't sign that. Look,
I would love it.
I hope she's an Aussie. Of course we want
I know, but I would love that'd be dope.
That's ASMR, guys. You're doing it right now.
Oh, sorry. What were you going to say, franchise? What were you going to say, Matt?
I don't.
We need to go
know.
soon because this is getting.
I
hairy.
don't know. I don't know. Carry on.
Okay. Pluggo, your 3 surprises in the Women's Royal Rumble.
I'm on like very little sleep. I've been up so much today. Anyway,
He's lost it. That's it. Cut him
the
off.
surprise entries are going to be Bailey because we've talked enough about it.
Yep.
I think Paige does make a return because they are
That's a good one.
Divas heavy right now, so I think they're going to do it, lean into it. And the third one, I think it's going to be Ronda Rousey. As much as I'd rather see her just go right after Becky and not get involved, because if she's in it, she has to win it, right? But I think they're
I put on Twitter the other day, I'd like to see a Jericho, my God.
Jericho in the Women's Rumble, sign us up.
No, Shawn Michaels / Undertaker scenario from before WrestleMania 26.
That'd be okay.
Man, that's awesome.
Where Michaels didn't win the Rumble, so didn't get the world title shot against Taker, but then cost Taker the title and got the match that way.
That'd be cool.
I'd like to see Becky cost, if that's going to happen, Becky cost Ronda the Rumble, Ronda cost Becky the title, then they can go on to Mania, non-title, so on.
So just like it kind of, yeah. All right. So you have Bailey, Paige, and who, Pluggo? Well, you said Ronda. You went with Ronda?
Bailey, Paige, and Ronda. As much as I think that, like I said, if it's not that, then maybe like I like Matt's Trish Stratus, but I'll stick with my 3.
All right. I have Bailey.
Time to rock and roll.
Yeah, I have Bailey. I have Asuka returning as well.
Yeah.
And then I also like the franchise. I have Trish Stratus. So those are my 3. The reason, obviously, the rumors are rumors for a reason. Like I'm expecting Ronda Rousey to be there. But if Ronda Rousey is in the Royal Rumble, I expect Ronda Rousey to win. And that is not the plan that I had set for the Women's Royal Rumble. So I did not. I'm going to say that she returns maybe. But similarly to when she debuted, it will not be during the Royal Rumble match. But she will return at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Ree says, if Paige made her return, I would die. I mean, it's a legit possibility. It is a legit possibility that she will be in that match tomorrow. We don't want you to die, friend.
Yeah, please don't die. Please don't die. Please.
All right. That was pretty good. Thanks for humoring me. That's something like I said, me and my friends usually are like, $20? Yeah, let's do it. And we just kind of see who's the closest. For everybody that joined us for these last almost 2 hours, thank you for joining us. If you did kind of play along and write your stuff, like I said, send it to either Pluggo, mine, or the B2 Beards on the Twitter, and we'll kind of try to tally as much as we can, seeing on how many people send it. But Pluggo said we will post this stuff on there. I also have Josh's from when I did it earlier in the week with him as well. So we got a decent amount of people that have done this. We can kind of just, for bragging rights or whatever. But yeah, I want to thank the franchise and Carl for joining us and helping us. This is really, we talked about it the other day, but this is really impromptu. We knew that we wanted to talk about the Royal Rumble because it is Pluggo and my favorite event of the year, as it is a lot of us.
It's my favorite live premier event too.
Yeah, I feel like, and Dan, thank you for getting in here as always. You bring the facts, you bring the news. You were keeping us up with SmackDown, so we appreciate you. You're in our chat a lot, so we love seeing you here. So thank you for hopping in here. Yes, I can. We will do that. We will post the questions again on at B2 Beards. That is our social media, B2 Beards. We will post the questions on there, and then you guys can either reply with the answers or send them our way, and we'll try to tally and keep as much from whoever participates as we can, and then we'll see if maybe if one of you guys beat any of us, we'll see if maybe we can get you a little something.
We'll come up with something that's uniform that we can keep it. Just make sure keep JPJ honest and tell him to send it to me tonight. We'll work on something.
Yeah.
If I win, I'm not taking any prizes. I will pay it forward and donate. Whatever.
There we go.
To the ASMR fund.
Shut up.
Love Wrestling Late Night. Yeah. Love Wrestling After Dark.
I'm doing it
to the L word.
Yeah. The L word. Yeah. I love Wrestling After Dark. Yeah.
L word.
L word. Yeah. Oh man. All right. No, but thank you guys for hopping on. I know this was definitely want to talk about the Rumble. I love the Rumble, and I've been jacked up.
Thanks for curing my isolation boredom.
I mentioned it to you that we were doing it. I was glad. You said you were feeling a little bit down, but if you were feeling good, you'd hop on. I was hoping you would, and we're glad that you came. Franchise, we'll go around the room, plug your stuff. Where can people find you on the social media?
Just on Twitter, man. I'm not doing much of anything these days. Like, I haven't been able to do a whole lot because, I'm selling my house. Well, I sold it. So I'm in the process looking for a new one. Got to move out. Got to rent. I got a 4-year-old child who's also got COVID. Myself has got COVID. Blah, 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 blah. So, pretty much just at the at the franchise with a double underscore between the and franchise. Once I move and I'm settled and stuff and my life is back to normal, I will be able to get back on track with all of the fun stuff. Till then, sporadic appearances for me, unfortunately.
Yeah. Carl, we'll slide over to you. What do you got coming up? Where are the socials? Where can people find you?
My name is Carl Carafel, and you can find me at TB Talk Pod on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can also find me on a number of different programs over at lovewrestling.ca. Make sure you're going over there and liking all of their socials as well. What milestone did we just hit for 500? What was that on?
Twitch. We hit the Twitch milestone. Yes.
Right?
Yes, we did.
And that's all because of you guys. So make sure that you're continuing to go over to lovewrestling.ca. Any social you haven't followed, make sure you follow that.
100%. Listen to this man. Listen to that man.
My Randy
Pluggo,
professional in the midst of chaos.
Yeah. Pluggo. You doing the plugs or am I doing the plugs? It's in your name, man. Why don't you plug us away?
If I do it, I'm doing it ASMR style.
No, you're not.
No, you can follow me at you can follow me at Pluggo _ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can follow JPJ and myself at B2Beards on Facebook and Twitter. We've got shirts at whatamaneuver.net. We also, what else are we doing? We had a big night last night. We had Billy Starks on. That's why we're doing this impromptu run-in today, because she's one of the best up-and-comers on the indie scene. Heck, I think she's just one of the best independent wrestlers out there. Up-and-coming, throw that out the window. That was an awesome interview. Please check that out.
She's good.
Watch it. Watch your mouth. I said one of the best. Thank you. That's up for interpretation.
Okay,
She's in the list. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
She's on the short list. Jeez, Matt, sell the
Very good
product,
human being,
bro.
too.
It's a great interview.
Very good human being. She was amazing.
All right, now we'll let JPJ close this out for the rest of the plugs.
I don't even know what else is left. But no, you can find me at Joseph _ Poulin Jr. Like Carl said, love wrestling. Follow all of us here. We do some good stuff. Like we mentioned earlier, go to Manscaped, love wrestling. The promo code, 20% off. We also want to thank RK Athletics. They've been a sponsor. You've seen their logo down in the corner there near Matt all show. They've been a sponsor since the beginning of Love Wrestling, so follow them on all social medias, RK Athletics 1. If you're looking to better yourself, get a little healthier, some personal training, they are the group to go to. There are a bunch of good people there, so give them a follow at RK Athletics 1. Stay tuned. They will be on Love Wrestling tomorrow. We will have a POS show with Spencer and Parrish talking about the Royal Rumble as well, and Astrid Asks. We'll have a new episode, so be on the lookout there. Sunday, we will do our normal Sunday brunch. And like Pluggo said, as far as we go, next Thursday night, 8 p.m., every Thursday night at 8 p.m. between
From
two
now
beards.
on, 8 p.m.
Yes, we did a little switcheroo. We're starting at 8 from here on out. You can see us there. Thank you all for hopping in and spending almost 2 hours with us talking all things Royal Rumble. We appreciate all of you. Again, Matt, Carl, thank you as well for hopping in here. Always a pleasure to share the screen with you guys and talk some wrestling. I wish we could do it more often. But until next week, everyone, enjoy the Royal Rumble tomorrow night. It should be a fun time. The card looks great. We just talked it through. Yeah, man, we're getting into the good part of wrestling, man. Mania's coming. Rumble starts it. It's very exciting. So everyone enjoy the show tomorrow night, and we will see you all next week at 8 p.m. on Thursday. Until then, peace out.
Between four beards, baby.
Between four beards.
my best friends. Some people say we have a problem.